Taylor Wolves. So if you haven't read the title of this video, which is pretty strange in itself, like how the hell did you come across this video? Today's video is all about the DC characters that I myself, my opinion, believe should have their own movie. Now, disclaimer, some of these characters are already being considered for movies, but their movies as of the timing of this video has not yet been released. So let's kickstart our list with number 5. Lobo. Yeah, I know he's already being portrayed in a live action TV show. Am I going to be watching Krypton anytime soon? No, probably not. And I'm also aware that Lobo having his own film is highly possible and is most likely already in some type of development. Does that mean I'm going to swap this character for another? No. I mean, I still think that Lobo deserves his own movie, so Lobo. Mercenary, bounty hunter, but, you know, from space. The popularity of R-rated comic book movies is higher than ever, what with Logan and Deadpool, and Lobo is the perfect character to make an R-rated movie about. His stories are always gritty. He's an alcoholic that loves mindless violence, so fans of The Punisher and of Daredevil and anything that's quite dark will really love a movie based on Lobo. And although his name does roughly translate to he who devours your entrails and enjoys it, don't let that fool you. Lobo has a soft side. He's a friend to the animals. He loves space dolphins and often feeds them, and also has a cute companion in a bulldog called Dog. Obviously, if you ignore the part where he stomps him to death, ignore that part, it's not important. He was a friend of Lobo's before the stomping to death. Okay, Lobo is the perfect character for DC to make an R-rated movie with. It could compete with the likes of the Mouth. Lobo is constantly teaming up, betraying, teaming up, turning on his fellow heroes and villains, and he's the perfect anti-villain to kickstart a DCEU R-rated universe. I don't know what the hell's happening with the universe at the moment, with our Pats being cast, like fine, he's cast, already done, he might be okay, but what the hell does that mean for Henry Cavill and Gal Gadot and everyone that's already cast? What the hell's happening to their characters? Are they just going to recast them, reboot everything? Anyway, this makes no sense. Okay, let's move on. Everybody needs a little magic. These DCEU movies especially. Enter Zatanna, the sometimes childhood friend of Bruce Wayne. She's rumoured to be a part of Justice League Dark. Is that even a thing anymore? Are they still making a movie about that? Like, what the hell's happening? Zatanna is not only an actual magician, but she's also a stage magician. So that's, you know, extra special. She can kick bad guys' ass and go to your child's birthday party. She's a win-win. Much like Lobo, a Zatanna film is probably in the works. So I have them in this video because I think they deserve their own movie, and like I said, as of this video, a film for these two is not out yet. You could have a mature Zatanna or a younger teenage version where she could be a part of Young Justice and her father is actually the member of the Justice League. She's considered to be one of the most powerful sorceresses in say that 5 times fast. Fuck my life. She's one of the most powerful in the DC universe, so it would be interesting to see her pitted up against established DCEU characters. Now, moving away from my love of magic to my love of plants. That's a lie, I'm not too fond of plants. We have one of the characters I've always been fascinated by ever since I watched Uma Thurman play her, Poison Ivy.
And you are...
Poison Ivy.
I mean, I even dressed up as her for my costume party. Note, no picture is being shown because I looked super cringeworthy. Anyway, we have Harley. Why do we not have Ivy? That, like, skip straight to Harley. What about Poison Ivy? She has not got any justice in the movies. She was just a regular botanist that started crime to get funds to buy her own place for just her and her plants. She's a seductress that has genius level intellect and is constantly disgusted by the crimes of her fellow criminals like the Joker. Also, her relationship with Harley is so wholesome. If you're gonna ship Harley with anyone, it's Ivy, not the Joker. Don't be an idiot. Why would you ship her with the Joker? Introducing Ivy, could also mean a lead up to a Gotham City Sirens film. And I mean, I thought we were going to get that anyway. Like, why is Birds of Prey out before Gotham City Sirens? Let's have some build up before these films, people. The amount of origin and backstory they're going to cram into that Birds of Prey film is so stupid. Okay, number 2 will come as no surprise to people that have actually watched my videos in the past. Jason Peter Todd. The meaning of the word daddy. Fuck, why did I say that? I mean, it's true, but still. The Red Hood arc for a standalone film. Mwah! A buddy film with him and Roy. Mwah! A film exploring the aftermath of Under the Red Hood and how it affected the Bat family's relationship. Mwah! Take my money right now. I'll just have a movie with no dialogue and just Jason sitting in a room in a chair. Do you know what? I'm tearing up just thinking about that. Oh my god, I need to calm down. Fan the face. Fan the face. Please make a Jason Todd movie. But more importantly, please don't let it suck. That's probably too much to ask. And finally, the character that I believe deserves their own movie the most. Richard Grayson. Perhaps the dickest Robin there is. That didn't make any sense. Dick or Rick or whatever the hell he goes by these days is the first Robin. A solo film for him could be about him taking on the Batman mantle. That's what I hope the R-Pat's films will be, especially if it's in the DCEU continuity. Hopefully R-Pat's will be Dick Grayson taking on Batfleck's cape and cowl. An origin story about the Flying Graysons and how he became Bruce Wayne's ward to Robin and finally becoming his own superhero Nightwing. And to really sell this film to the movie makers out there, everyone that is a movie maker, listen to me right now. He was ranked sexiest comic book character by Comics Alliance in 2015. So, has that changed your mind? It should have. And that's my list. Honestly, I don't see the point in giving everyone's backstory away in a video like this. I'm just making my own opinion. If you want backstories on these characters, let me know. They are wasting so much potential of the DCEU. There are so many characters out there that they could have made films about. They could be building up to all of these characters joining so long ago. I don't understand. Like, Justice League, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like it. Some of it was funny as fuck, some of it was cool, but when you're just throwing these characters at you and expecting you to know the backstory, it's a bit like, well, half the people going to the movie don't know the backstory. That's why we have Captain America 1, Iron Man 1, you know, the Hulk. We have the fucking Hulk, guys. We got these, so we know their backstory, so when there's a team up, we don't waste stupid amounts of time going, oh yeah, that's Flash over there, his dad's in prison, don't worry about it, but worry about it because we're going to mention it. They did it with Batman, they did it with Wonder Woman, they did it with Superman. Why not wait and do a Flash movie and Aquaman movie before Justice League? That makes no sense. I understand that certain characters, I know I'm using the Avengers as an example and a lot of people will not be nice about that, but Black Widow and Hawkeye, we got little to no information about them in the Avengers. It was in the other films that I was built up to. She was introduced in Iron Man 2. Hawkeye got more of his backstory in Avengers 2. Do you see what I mean? You have to build up shit. You can't just be like, this is superhero, this is superhero, this is a villain, this is a villain. These villains are all teaming together. You don't want to know their backstory because we expect you to know their backstory. I watched Suicide Squad in the cinema. I fucking love Suicide Squad. Harley Quinn is one of my favourite characters. And as soon as I saw her, I was like, yes, Poison Ivy's next. Yes, Talia al Ghul's next. We're gonna have an all-female fight club. And I think Margot Robbie is an amazing Harley Quinn. But if I watched that with someone that didn't know the comics, I watched it with my mum. My mum knows who the Joker is. There's a fucking massive poster of him behind me. She knows who the Joker is because she's not an idiot. She doesn't know who Harley Quinn is though. I had to explain who every character was. I had to stop it and be like, that's Harley Quinn, she's the Joker's girlfriend. Okay, right? That's the Joker. Why does he look like that? I don't know, Mum. Just watch the film, I don't understand it either. Do you see what I mean? They're making dumb decisions. That's my opinion. I think they're making dumb decisions. Anyway, before I go into a tangent about how the DCEU is a shambles, except for Batman vs Superman. That was fucking sick. And Wonder Woman's quite good, Aquaman's quite good, Shazam was alright. This is what I mean. Movies like that were okay. The team up was shocking because I know they didn't release the full cut. The full cut could be amazing. I don't know. But they rushed that out because they were trying to compete with Avengers, and they should have just waited and built it up so that when Justice League came out, you got the same type of reaction from when Endgame came out, and the fucking cinemas were packed of people because you've been waiting for so long for that movie. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down, it's your opinion. Comment down below the characters you think deserve their own movie, what you think of the DCEU, and what you think of R-Pat being the new Batman. My face says it all. Click that bell down below if you want to be notified when I upload. I should upload every single week, but I'm not sure on what days, so if you want to be notified, click that bell. Subscribe to my channel, please. I make videos like this every single week. I have an Instagram and I have a Twitter that you can follow at the end of the video and down below. My Twitter's pretty shocking, you don't actually have to follow that. Any video suggestions, I would very much appreciate them down below. See you next time, little wolves. Bye. I'm gonna get so much shit for saying that about Justice League.